Chatty chat. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening and welcome to the TC Mitch 31 stream. Hope you all are doing absolutely fantastic here tonight. Here, whether you are watching on YouTube, Kick, or Twitch here tonight. Chat, I'm going to come out the gate and I'm just going to immediately deliver on some great news. We are adding another streaming platform to the mix. That's right. Yes, we are in fact going to be getting some TikTok streams back up and running very soon. I do have to in fact play with a little bit of settings in order to make sure that that does in fact work out, because as right now, if I flick on the TikTok stream, what happens is we get a bit of an encoding error, and we don't want encoding errors, because if you do that, the stream's not going to look good. It's not going to look 60 frames per second. It's going to look really bad. It's going to be jittery. You guys are going to see me at 1 frame per second, and then you guys are going to be like, what is up with the stream here? What is going on? Why is it that I am watching my fellow streamer and I am getting just absolutely bombarded with just choppiness as of right now? But don't worry, I fixed that to where we are, in fact, on 3 different platforms as of right now. Of course, on Twitch, you guys will be getting a 1440p 60 frame per second, 1440p 60 frame per second stream, and on YouTube and Kick, you will be getting a 1080p 60 frame per second stream. So, with that being said, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. Hope everybody is doing absolutely fantastic here today. It's been a bit. I know this is a bit that I've done multiple times, and to the point where it is just practically what is it? It's practically like a staple at this point. Every single time I tell you guys it's been a bit, but it's been true. It's been about 4 or 5 days since I've last streamed. I mean, pretty much almost a whole week since I've actually last streamed here on the TC Mitch 31 channels. And what other fantastic way to jump right into the content than by playing a game that, when I played the demo of this game, it was something truly spectacular. So much so, I decided to make a little video about it, telling the developers, please keep cooking with this game because you guys know exactly what you're doing with it. That game in particular is a little game that we are going to be showcasing today called Ruffy and the Riverside. I played this on Steam Next Fest about, I think it was like 2, maybe 3 Steam Next Fests ago. Steam Next Fest happens a lot. And with this just being thrown into the mix, it was one that particularly caught my eye just because I felt like it had a lot of love and care put into it, to the point where I said, you know what, developers, I would absolutely love to stream your game, given the opportunity that you guys are able to, in fact, give me a key, or I'll buy just the game outright because it's probably going to be only about, I think it's like 20 bucks right now. It's actually on sale. From what I understand, it was on a launch sale. I don't know if that is true anymore. However, I will say this game, from what I played of the demo, is a bit of a delight, and I really do hope that it does live up to the full standards here in the full game release. So, whether you're a chatter, whether you're a lurker on whatever platform it may be that you're watching on, it is great to see you all tonight, and hope you once again are all doing well. I am going to kick off the music real quick. Let me just also get some glasses situated here as we wait, or as we get on. And with that being said, once we pop off the music, we will pop into the stream here tonight for Ruffy and the Riverside. So let me do that real quick. Let's do that. Bam, bada bing, and boom. Here we are. Chat, these are exciting times. Okay. What you're seeing right now on screen might just actually be possibly my favorite game of this year so far. I haven't even played it, but I'm already looking at the title screen and I'm saying, you know what? Soul, style, charisma, a bunch of other buzzwords, because this is what I'm seeing right now. Is this. I'm seeing a product and I'm enjoying said product. Look at that. Look at that, chat. All right, so we're going to see if there's really anything that I need to really worry about. General volume, pump that up. Go all in, okay? Language, we want that in Dutch. Let's go. Make it happen. Let's do this. Goodness gracious, this is really exciting stuff. But chat, how's everybody doing here once again tonight? I think if I'm not mistaken, Okay, so this is starting off from whatever I played that first demo. It's starting off immediately off into that. And it seems that, yeah, we're just falling off the side of a cliff, right? It's a classic case of how do I hook the viewer? How do I hook the gamer that is playing my game? This is a pretty good way to hook right here. That's for sure. That is definitely for sure, because you're like, well, here's the thing. We are in fact falling at a rapid speed. And we don't know why we're falling at a rapid speed, but the question is, if I stay on this dialogue box, will we keep falling at a rapid speed, or will we hit ground, like rock bottom? But here's the thing. I will say this. I will say this. We have a very trusty crew of 3 characters right here, right now. Hey, chat, along within this stream, I do want to let you all know that I have a lot to talk about. I really do. I mean, it's mostly going to be just everything vacation-wise. Chat is probably going to pop in and say, hey, Mitch, how was the vacation? What did you do? All that stuff. Because, trust me, I will say this. Since the last vacation that I took, it definitely was a lot of stuff that was going on. Lots of good stuff, though. And a couple of bad, and like one bad thing. And when I mean bad thing, I mean it was self-inflicted. So, therefore, I was my own worst enemy because of the bad thing. But honestly, it's nothing that is too bad at all. To be completely honest, I knew the stakes of what I was going into. And unfortunately, I just didn't come out in the green, I guess you could say. But let's see what we got going on. Let's see. So, if anything proves me right. Okay. Perfect. It just immediately throws us into the scan, and then it immediately allows me to just do it straight to the waterfall, right? Okay. Scan this, and then, okay, throw it in the waterfall. Use the right trigger. Gotcha. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. It's just as fluid as ever, so that's great to see. I mean, it's a very, very stylistic game, so I didn't really think it was going to have too much of an issue running. But look, it really, I've played a lot of games before. I played a lot. Lots of them great. A couple of them bad. Like, I would say a handful of them bad. But in indie games, for the most part, I think I played some true great and fantastic titles. This is definitely one. I will just right up, come out of the gate and say that is the truth, just because I liked the demo so much. And it seems like full game is going to be that same exact mindset. More or less the grind set that we have. Because, chat, we've got about 3 streams that are going to be happening this week. If you guys haven't seen on my socials, !Mitch for more information that will tell you guys what we're going to be streaming this week. We've got 3 streams ahead of the week, which are going to be today with Ruffin in the Riverside, tomorrow with Delta Force, and then Wednesday is going to be Overwatch 2. Wednesday will also be the last day that I do in fact have classes for summer, and it looks like I'm on par, or not par, sorry, I'm on course to completely, not only complete it, but pass it, which is great. I had a feeling that was going to happen, especially because the stakes were a little bit harder. It was essentially a 16-week class, say, you know, what is that? 4 months at that point? Yeah, I would say that's about 4 months worth of class condensed into 1 month. That's exactly what it was. And that's actually crazy. It literally was just 1 month, but it felt like even shorter. But it was a complete month that it happened. So, I'm liking the music, by the way, too. It's quite a vibe and a half, that's for sure. It's just like, it's funky, okay? It's like me. Funky, right? Alright. So, it looks like we're just going all in. 22 days and 7 hours ago, this all would happen. That all happened 22 days? Or 20, no, wait. 22 hours? 22 days and 7 hours. Okay. All right. And in the demo, it seems like there were some portions that, as of right now, like, this is very new to me. I have not seen this. So, that's kind of the biggest thing right now. Let's see what we got. DK, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. How are you tonight? Now, what in the heck is going on? Okay, so you're telling me little baby Ruffy 22 days later is now Big Man Ruffin. See, there's a contrast. It's a 2D, it's 2D sprites on a 3D plane. I've said this before with many other demos that I played. If your game has a art style where it decides to mesh together two different, completely contrasting art styles, chances are I'm going to be invested into it because I already know that you decided to take even more of a chance on your game completely. Okay, okay. Guys, I was incorrect. I just realized that the townspeople, they all look the same, but they have different little I guess you could say hoods on to basically showcase whether they're the townsfolk or Ruffy. Ruffy's green. So that's why everybody sees him and they're like, "Oh, that's the one and only. That's him. That's Ruff." And then they see the blue ones and then they're like, "Oh my gosh. It's the townspeople." It's a it's a little bit that he puts on, and it keeps him from getting sunburned, is what I'm assuming. I don't know. He's a bear, actually. Do bears even get sunburned? I don't really think they do. Maybe they do. I mean, I would assume every single animal would, right? Including us, right? But for a bear, some of them live in California, and California's hot. And it's their official state flag animal. They do have a lot of fur. That is true. That is true. I've been getting occasionally baby bear TikToks where people will just have baby bears, and they'll just be playing with them and everything. And I'm like, wow, that's adorable. And if you in fact train a bear, and bears really, I get it. They are in fact they could be an apex predator if they wanted to be. But if you resonate with them, if you chill with them, they're just very, very large, very, very heavy, soft and cuddly guys when you really think about it, It entirely depends, okay? I don't want anyone to take what I just said and go out into the wild and then be like, TCMH31 told me that I can hug this bear. Because you might get killed. And I don't want that to happen. And then I also don't want to be liable for that, too. That's another thing, okay? We need to understand the boundaries here. If you're at a zoo, or if you're at a place where it's been trained to where it will not attack you, totally fine. Absolutely great. Follow the directions of the person that knows about animals. However, if you're someone that is I'm gonna go out to the woods right now and I'm gonna find a bear and I'm gonna hug it, you might die. Do not take that risk. That is all. And also, I haven't even been back for 20 minutes on stream, and we're already saying Mitch go hug a bear is crazy out here in the Twitch chats. I respect it, though. I was gone for 5 days, so I absolutely understand where chat is coming from. That's for sure. I understand what is going on. And you know what? There's some times where I just really want to. I really, really want to once again get that TikTok stream back up because I want to see how we can get it back up and how everything will in fact work. It's just I'm gonna have to play with the actual canvas itself and be like, hey, I don't want the canvas itself to be pumping out a bitrate that is higher than the bitrate that I actually have, because that just doesn't make sense. It also might have to be something that is dealing with my actual OBS settings, because I think I have it at a maximum 4 video tracks, and I should probably just do even more, right? Hello, Snapple. Great to see you. Snapple, it's almost like you're not well-versed into the TCMH31 lore. We have played this game before. We have played this exact scenario before. What you're about to see, this is Ruffy in the Riverside, aka Peak in the Peak. Because it's peak. Okay? Let it be known. Let it be known. YouTube chatterbox is done yet? That's just me to chat. And you think you hadn't seen each other for ages. We've got work to do. Holy paint, look around you. We've got customers. It's time to swap some paintings. Swap. One of them is literally an 8-bit Ruffin. How is that even possible? Humanely, how is that even possible? It's like if I got a chat member from any of the chats and I said, chat member, I've absorbed your soul, and now you're 8-bit now. That's right. You can now only talk in 8 bits. Okay? So your voice just gets completely compressed and bit crushed. 48,000 kilohertz is the industry standard of audio. Nope. Too bad, buddy. You're now at like 16,000 kilohertz. It's a bit crushing you. You got Captain Mag and Night thing. What game is that from? Because I was thinking like Clash Royale. And then I'm like, my chat members are above Clash Royale, I would assume. If you play Clash Royale, that's fine. It is a fun game. It's just, guys, I don't know video games, okay? I simply just stream them. No, I'm just kidding. I do know video games. You want to see how much I know video games? Check this out, okay? Check this out. You want to know how much I know video games? Gamers, check this out. Check this out. We're gonna do a little game, okay? Real quick. There's a little thing called Game Duel. Do you guys know of the hit game Wordle? Right? Well, guess what? They got it for video games. Guess the game by its cover? Boom. Chat. That's Shadow the Hedgehog. That's Shadow. I see that explosion. I see the gun. That's Shadow the Hedgehog. God Gamer TC Image 31. Okay. Oh, Marvel Rivals. Okay. I want to get back into Rivals, but right now there's not really a reason for me to get into it too much. I mean, like, look, here's the thing. I still like Rivals, and I still think it's a great game. Do not get me wrong. However, this is a character arc that I feel like not anyone really saw coming. I've been playing a little bit of Overwatch 2, to the point where I might want to play competitive Overwatch 2 in a little bit. Give me a couple of games in Overwatch 2 to determine if I want to play competitive or not. Because right now I'm just in Stadium. And if they have like ranked Stadium ever coming out, that would be fun. It would be broken, but it would be fun. However, right now that is all I'm playing in that game. Bitch, I made TK. I made a TK mod. You should be a stream. Wait, what do you mean? I made oh, in your channel. Oh, okay. Look. Here's the thing. Okay. Here's another thing. We might do new moderators soon. Okay. Soon. Maybe. I have a definite rotation of mods, so I should definitely I should probably add some more. Like that's just true. All right, so this is Mina, Stoneguard, quirky but nice. We're going back to the game. Wants something new every week, good for our business, if you know what I mean. This is Quintus, the butterfly collector. Super nerdy, but a real animal lover. I bet he's here for the forest painting. Don't tell her I said this, chat, but this is literally just Saffron, okay? And then there's Pix. Okay, so this is like Ruffy, but 8-bit. Let's go. We're gonna swap. Let's go. Get the swaps going. Like, chat, imagine if you had the power to just be like, all right, painting, swap, throw, bam, bada bing. I didn't even. Oh. Okay. All right. Animal with painting with animals in it. Painting with animals in it. This one. Boom. Got it. Right here. Bada bing. Look at that. Boom. Quintus set as we speak. All right. Now we're going to go for the other two customers. What do you want, Pixel? Or Pix? Stoked for that sunset over there. I want that one. Can you swap for me? Yes. Okay. So it's a sunset. It's that one in the middle. I know it. You don't have to point it out for me. It's that one. All right. Boom. Check this out. You ready for this? Curveball. Fastball right down the middle. Chat, speaking of pitches, speaking of baseball, I have some stories to tell you. I have some stories about vacation because, like I said, a lot has in fact happened within the past 5 days. But I'm out here, I'm making sure the customers, not only in game, but also in chat, are satisfied. right? Could you do a little swap for me? Those flowers over there look lovely. We have a painting like that in stock. I do know what you're talking about. The flowers, boom, guess what? I see them. All right, and guess what? Boom, gone. Immediately slammed. And just like that, that's business, okay? First game to make rough $1 billion off of the 3 paintings I just swapped here today. All the riverside is made of loose soil, but this town, of all places, stands on the hardest clay far and wide. See, now we're learning about terraforming, okay? Did you guys expect when you came into chat today that you were going to get a lesson on terraforming a town with sand and clay and dirt? You know, look, all I'm saying, Roman Empire, what's the saying? Roman Empire was made in like, what, 3 years? Something like that? I don't know. What's the saying? What is the saying? But look, we're going to code word anaconda. Ruffy has to come with me. Breaks my heart, but you have to say goodbye today. I need Ruffy in the workshop. Nope, it's time for the code name. The lost thing has appeared. A lost thing has appeared. What could it? Yeah, what could it be? Shower gel? Crazy. Imagine telling a mole, someone who burrows into the ground, that they need a shower. Okay, this animal lives in the ground. Okay, and pops up occasionally out of the ground. But you just said you're stinky. You burrow in the dirt. Dirt animal. That's crazy. The marbles? I'm sorry. The marbles. Yeah. But we're gonna go to the town gate. Let's go. Remember, you took the oath 12 years ago. That's like when someone holds a grudge against you. Whenever you're like, they promised you something, and then you hold that grudge against them many years later. Many years later. What is that bird just doing? That bird just pecked. Hey, what is that bird even pecking? Is the real question here. Oh, can I take the bird? Yellow. Guess what? These walls, yellow. This wall right here, also yellow. Also yellow. That's right. Master Quinn's very sad that I have to leave. Okay? It's like you guys, every single time I tell you, guys, I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks. Everyone's like, what am I gonna do now? That now Mitch's channel is gonna be dormant to where I have to, like, do I watch VODs? Do I watch other streamers? The answer is yes to both of those things. Okay, I literally pointed you guys to all of my streamer friends. I said, please watch them. You know, I get it. You guys enjoy my content. Okay, but broaden the horizon. Okay, imagine if Ruffy just had the ability to only get one element. Okay, Ruffy has the ability to get multiple elements, and it really is a metaphor. If you really think about it, it's a metaphor for you broadening the horizons. And today's lesson was brought to you in part of the TCMH31 channel. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to follow today at https://twitch.tv/TCMH31 or kick.com/TCMH31 or youtube.com/@TCMH31 shorts. That is all. Guys, I'm on my prime. Okay? I came back. Look, I learned a thing or two while I was gone. And the thing or two that I learned when I was gone was just be yourself, bitch. It's what I always do. Okay? But look, I wanted to record this for a YouTube video. Like, I actually was going to try and record this for a YouTube video, but I didn't know how to make it entertaining. I was like, yeah, I could play the game. I could add, commentary later. Obviously, like, I could do it in post. But I'm like, or I could just stream it. Here we are, right? Because this is just, it's peak, right? That's what it is. It's So, 12 years that I've been with Mr. Quinn, man. Or, I'm sorry, Master Quinn. We've been through a lot. You know, we've been swapping paintings. Swapping paintings. Swapping those paintings. That's all I'm saying. It's very sentimental. The pianos, they're playing right now. And, John, I hate to say this, but makes TCH 31 to cry a little. Okay? No. I'm not gonna cry on stream. Okay? We need to save that when the subs are low. That's when we need to save the cries for. Okay? 4 eyes can see more than 2. Oh yeah, because Pip has 2 eyes, and then I Ruffy have 2 eyes, and me TCH 31 has also 2 eyes on top. But then you, chat members in the chat, could have multiple eyes, singular eyes, or you know, whatever it may be. Maybe you're just watching. Maybe you're just doing audio only. Your eyes are your ears, right? I'm not a little boy anymore, and you have already taught me a lot. I will be back soon. Let's go. Ruffy. It's time to make it happen, buddy. Can I get some stone real quick? Oh. Yeah, chat. Check this out. The floor. Okay, the floor cannot be made into stone. What is this? Blue? Oh, chat. Okay, never mind. I was like, we could make the sand blue. Why is everybody running? What's going on here? Why is everybody's a little... I'm telling you, the whole town is just a little bit of, they're just all a bunch of, funny little guys. Bunch of goobers is what I was trying to find. Yeah, that's water. Boom. Was that not supposed to go in there? Was that quicksand? Something old me. Sorry, chat. I can't read dialogue. Been a bit. Some know me as Old Ben, but you can call me Sir Edler. By the way, Snapple and TK, how are you guys doing in the Twitch chat? What is new with you guys? And that goes for all of the chats, whether you're on Kick, YouTube, or also Twitch. What is new with the chatters and the lurkers across multiple platforms? I gave my word that I would train you if the time's called for it. No place for further explanations. Too many eyes, too many ears. Please follow me. Chat trying to get into the stream. They just burrow. Okay, it is in fact quicksand. It is in fact quicksand. Can we find water? This is water, right? Yes. Water, please come back. See, now it's a little bit funny. And then I'm assuming we can get some color, right? Purple? Purple! Make the water purple. Make the grass purple. Make the sick. Ooh, you know what? We'll make one banner blue, one banner purple. Nothing new, nothing changed. I mean, hey, you're here today. And that's really what has changed, okay? Is that the lovely people of chat are in fact here. They're sitting their sweet little butt down. And they're just saying, howdy, I'm here into the stream, and it's great to see you. Look at that vast land. Also, I like how Sir Edler said, there you are at last. Like, it took me about 15 minutes to get to the location when it was really, maybe about 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. He's like a father to me. That's you know, Master Quinn, or a pretty cool uncle, or like a brother who is surprisingly old. Something like that. In any case, he loves you with all his heart. I remember when we brought you to him and he took you in. Good Quinn. Long has he cared for you and protected you. Your destiny is not here in the painting workshop, or it's not in the painting workshop. Yes, my destiny. Everyone has a purpose. You are no exception. The only difference to others is that your destiny is pretty rad. Never mind that for a moment. Let your gaze wander over the marvelous land. Tell me, what do you see? I see vast places, chat. Plains of Riverside. Soon will be harvest, and all the fields and meadows will shine. Birds are chirping, rivers are babbling. A wonderful town shines above it all. Everything is beautiful as ever. Riverside, truly wonderful place. And yet, there's more than meets the eye. Transformers. More than rivers and fields, but it's called a Riverside. There's an ancient power. Yes. The power of the marbles, though. We need to find out what exactly this whole marbles thing is. Because, surely, when I'm imagining in my head, I close my eyes and I say, marbles. Circle of yarn. Marbles in the middle. We shoot marbles into the marbles and try to get them out so then we can claim them. That's what I knew. Is we used to play marbles back in the day when I was in, like, intermediate school. 5th, 6th grade, you know? Maybe even earlier. Maybe even 4th grade, like elementary school. But what does make the marbles so special is the real question. Apparently, it's just everything. Come down to the beach? All right, I'm ready. Take me down to the beach. Wait a second. There's a map. You know, I'm looking at this map real quick, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what this kind of looks like, chap? It looks like one of those carpets that you used to play with, like, cars and toys on, where it was, like, all the winding roads, and there was, like, trees and then buildings and things like that. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Also, I'm sorry. Wait a second. Can we pan over to the left here? Is that a cemetery? Yeah, we might be going into spooky territory, so strap on in. Let's see what we can do here. You can really find anything on the map. Wow. Woo! What's going on this? Oh my god. I'm zipping. Oh my god. Traversal. Wait, can I go on this rock? Put me on the rock. Put me on. This is what Sisyphus wish he could have done when he was rolling up that rock. Alright, I'm just kind of... I know the game's basically telling me to, like, go downstairs and find Sir Eddington, but I just found a coin that got me to 241 points. Of course, I'm going to be looking at all the secrets here. Or I'm going to, like, pick apart this game. Because that's what I like about this game, is that you can experiment. Oh my god. It's made out of steel now. God, I like when video games have some kind of inventive and new gimmick. This is coming from a guy that plays Call of Duty, right? We're on the 7th Black Ops game that is coming up. However, exciting things have in fact happened. There's been a leak for Black Ops 7 where they've essentially showed off that, like, there's going to be a 20v20 game mode and that there's also going to be, like, exosuits and mechs. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm in. Like, I was already in off with the fact alone that it's Call of Duty. Like, it's going to get me through a year of content, right? However, yeah, you know what's truly beautiful? Is when I decide to go off the beaten path and play games like Ruffin and the Riverside. If you find a secret, is it truly a secret? Not anymore. No, not anymore. Great to see you, by the way, over in the Twitch chat. How are you doing tonight? There's something up there. I can't dig my way up, but there's something up there. Now that, Bruno, if I'm not mistaken, is a button. That is looking to be a bit of a button. Also, apparently my Firefox just got updated. Thank you, Firefox. But let's see something real quick here. Found age restriction. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. We'll do, loosen it a little bit. Alright. And thank you for the alert, by the way, Noct. Alright. So, I have a feeling I can get up there, because all I have to do is just experiment, right? Supposed to get the water, then no, it's not the water. How do we get up there? Is the real question here. Wondering if there's a way that I can have like the weight crumble completely, or maybe I'm supposed to do this. Let me check something here. No. What is it that I'm trying to do here? I'm a little bit stumped. Maybe I shouldn't have went into a puzzle this fast. Alright. We got the shrine right there, but the question is, like, what is that shrine even supposed to do? Probably nothing as of right now. Like, I probably don't have the ability. Ooh. I do know for a fact, though. Down arrow's gotta mean something here. Nope. Never mind. Down arrow means nothing. As of right now, it looks like. I see. I see now. I see. Okay. So that's 2 of these lines. So it's going to be 2 of these lines right over here. So like that. Wait, I just realized I did it completely incorrectly. No, please. Wait, I could just pan over to the left. Okay. All right, so it's going to be 2 of those lines. So I actually did get that correct. So all I have to do is this. But then I also have to get one of the lines to be where it's on the opposite side. And the opposite side, this one right here. And then we do that. And then the question is, what else do we have? We have that in the middle. And then we have this middle line right here. Any more of the middle lines? Up top, it looks like. And then I may have just screwed this up. So I have to reset it. Surely it is recoverable. Okay. It reset. Okay. So I think that the one major error that I had was that this right here had to be over onto the right side. This shouldn't be this hard. Like, this shouldn't be this difficult. It is not that difficult. The problem is, though, is that I feel like I'm jumping around on the board way too much, and that's why it's difficult for me. Is there any more that I have to do this? No, not at all. So, now we get this. And then we just throw it right there. And then we throw it also right up top. Yeah, and then that one's good on the bottom. And we just need to get this one right here. I just wanted to make sure that this should not be this hard. This is not this hard. Hello, by the way, Rams. What an Optic win, by the way. What an Optic win. Chad, if you guys didn't know what was going on with Optic Gaming, Optic Texas managed to completely win 2 years in a row the Call of Duty League Championships in Toronto. Or was it in Toronto? Yeah. It was pretty awesome. I literally watched day 3 from the airport as I was waiting for my flight. And then, of course, day 4, like the finals, work in the morning. Love it. The one day that I get scheduled for work and they say, yeah, we're going to throw you in the morning. And then I was there till like 6. Literally clocked off. Rams texted me and said, hey, just wanted to let you know in straight up caps, Optic Texas has won championships. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to do, so you see this little, you see this right here? This little puzzle right here, I'm trying to do it on this shrine. That's what I'm trying to go for. So I have to like align it. The problem is that I'm like messing up so substantially because there are some of the symbols that I'm not supposed to put, like, up top. Like, I should really just do this only from, like, one side, rather than trying to jump between multiple sides. But I'm crazy like that, and so I'm just deciding to completely mess it all up. Did I just... Okay. We need to go back to the drawing board here. This has to reset. This actually has to reset. Okay, here's what I need to do. I need to find what symbols are only one time. So it looks like this one right here is only once. Okay, that is all it is. It's only once. That's the only one I need. And also, on top of that, what is another one that is only once? It is literally just that one. That is the only one. It goes once and then twice. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's throw that right there. And then I'm gonna do the ones that are like this. And we're just gonna immediately throw those up top. I'm actually overcomplicating a puzzle that is probably meant for like a younger audience. I played Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader before on stream, and I am actually legitimately, like, I think I've been thrown under as not smarter than a fifth grader. Ruffin, why are we trying to go through the boundaries here, bud? Okay. Wait. This one right here. Bam. This one right here. Nope. Please. I don't know why that took me so long, but we did it. And also, what did I just get from this? Like, I don't even know what I got from it. The mole is laughing at me. What, this one right here? I mean, I feel like he's kind of like smiling a little bit more. But you know what? I can see what you mean. On him laughing a little bit. It does look like he's a little bit cheeky. All right, what do we have here? What is this? Take a look at the artwork. Wow, it was great artwork. It was so great that it took me way longer than I should have. For the pattern. Pattern potatoes. Yes, we can change the patterns. Okay. I shouldn't have done that quest because I shouldn't have talked to that character because look, that's the thing. I've already done that. Game just gave me a tutorial on a thing I've already done. Alright, what's the up arrow for? What is this? Welcome to Five Fellas, the only race where cheating is allowed. Why should you cheat? Because the Five Fellas are way too fast. Let's talk about cheating. 5 turbo boosters. Find the hidden switches, activate the boosters, register for the race. Here. Okay. I'm not really cheating if my opponent is literally using a booster. Okay? Wait, no, don't fail. Find the hidden switches, activate the turbo sections. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know where those are. Okay, that's just a bunch of quicksand, though. You know what? I know what to do. Check this out. Now it's about to be just a bunch of water. Yes. Haha. Okay. Okay. Bad idea. Bad idea. Terrible idea. So much. There's just so much to like unpack here. So much that I have to do. I'm kind of getting lost, but that's kind of a good thing for a game like this. How do we get these switches? It said find the hidden switches, and then you will get a little speed boost. I kind of picked up on this one. This one was a little bit more, a bit easier puzzle. I just said, all right, all these don't seem to be lit. We just light them up. Woo! Critical thinking skills. That happened. Where's that other pillar? I'm supposed to like go up. Like, I have 1% of it complete, but, like, where's the other percentage? It's probably where I'm supposed to put in, like, water, I guess? Let's try that. Doesn't really do too much. So something tells me I'm not supposed to go over there just entirely yet. It's like partially done. Probably gonna unlock something halfway through the actual the game itself, and then it's gonna tell me, congratulations, this is what you're supposed to do now. Holy cow, I'm not even close to my objective. My objective is literally on the right, and I have been veering off the beaten path like I told Chad. I suppose this game does encourage something along the lines of exploration, but I'm like, man, I'm literally doing side quests that I'm probably not even able to do right now. Why do we have a 3D shark? Can you use your swap to defeat him? Yes. I don't know what I'm gonna try to defeat him with, but I will try. Pretty sure I have to make these wood. It's like a like breaking, right? why did I do that the first time, man? You're smarter than you look. As I see the literal answer being engraved onto, like, painted onto a wall. You're smarter than you look. You know what? I needed that self-confidence today. Thank you for that. I made him into stone. I didn't think I was gonna be able to turn a shark into stone there. That's actually like a fate worse than death right there. You literally got turned into it. Why did you do that to my brother? Sorry, Sin. Look, okay, look. To back it up real quick, Jolly over here is a fish. And Jolly... But a shark is also a fish, technically. Here's the thing, though. Jolly was like, oh my god, the shark has been biting us. Can you please get rid of him? Now, ultimately, what I thought I was going to do was I was going to get some sand. And I was going to put it in the water and be like, ha, you can't live on sand. You are, in fact, an aquatic mammal. Or, wait, are sharks mammals? I don't know. You are an aquatic animal. Therefore, you cannot live on sand. And therefore, I mean, like, I've seen some sharks on the sand before they go into, like, you know, the water. But here's what I was saying. I was like, okay, surely he's gonna be like, all right, well, I'm gonna dive into another part of the water. And then there you go. Conflict has been resolved. However, I did not expect to turn him into complete stone. Like, full-on Medusa tactics. And I just went... stone. Also, hi, Sin. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. How are you tonight? But I'd like to introduce you to my boss. Please hop into my barrel so you can meet him. Okay. Wait, no! No, please, come back. Thank you. It's a very big wind up there. The sounds are but I love the little sounds for this game. They're very funny. Objection. Jeff is a shark. He can live on sand. It's early for a midstream. It is, in fact, early for a midstream. I have some dinner with my mom tonight. And so I was like, hey, I'm not doing anything right now. I've done everything I needed to do around the house. I was like, I am going to stream early. And so here I am, streaming a little bit early. And also, another thing, too, is for my summer class, we're literally just there to, like be counted to be there. Because on Wednesday's our last day of class. And it's finals week. Okay, so I'll throw this out there. Chat. I promise you, in a group project, if you were to put me into a group, I will pull my weight. I promise you that, okay? There's been times when I was a kid, I didn't do that. I will absolutely admit that. I will admit my fault that I did not do that whenever I was a kid. Why did I also, I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, why? My screen just decided to go black for a second. I'm like, I'm literally streaming right now, and there's a video feed that is being constant right now, and yet my screen decided to go black. All right. Anyways, go back to what I was saying. Is yes. So back in the day, I have in fact, yes, I wasn't exactly the best with group projects, but I improved, and I actually pull my weight nowadays because I learned like, wow, I didn't really pull my weight when I was a kid. Like that kind of bites. So I had a bit of a reflection, and I decided to, you know, improve myself. Now, I got assigned a final while I was on vacation, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this when I get back. Obviously, I'm going to collaborate with the group that I have. I'm going to pull my weight, right? My group has already done a good portion of the actual project to the point where they're like, one of the partners texted me today and said, hey man, just want to let you know, we know you have good work ethic. I know that you haven't done anything yet, but we know you have good work ethic. Since it's a peer review evaluation, we will give you a 100 if you give us a 100. And I said, okay, but I'm like, here's the thing. I haven't done a single thing. I don't want to just get a free 100 and not do anything. And I was like, what can I do? They're like, well, you can do voiceover. And I said, perfect. I have a microphone at home. I'll record some audio. I will put it into a WAV file, and I will get that tomorrow. And then I'll also pick out the music, because we have to pick like royalty-free music to put, because we're making an ad for like retirement, and that's our final, is make an ad for retirement. And I guess I'm doing the voiceover, and I'm like, hey, fine. I've done voiceover before. I'm in. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm like, guys, I haven't done a single thing. Don't give me a free 100 for my final just because I haven't done anything. Because look, here's the thing. On vacation, Las Vegas. Okay. And look, Sin, it's funny that you come into the chat, by the way, because I want to say I want to refer to what you're saying in the chat. Like, I do want to go back to that. But the other day on my flight yesterday, I thought I'm sorry, 2 days ago, I thought you were on my flight because about 3 or 4 rows in front of me, there was someone where we flew American Airlines, so we had free entertainment and like free Wi-Fi, and I have T-Mobile, so I get free Wi-Fi. So I literally I listened to music, played a little bit of Bellotro, watched Naren's stream because Naren decided to go live a second day, or not a second day, but a second time later that day. And so I said, hey, I'll do that. Like I want to tune in because Naren was playing modded repo and with friends, and I'm like, I'm in. But the thing is that Sin, about 3 to 4 rows in front of me, there was someone that was watching Netflix, and they were watching K-pop Demon Hunters. And ultimately, I wanted to go up to that person and be like, look at them and be like, is this Sin watching this by any chance? It was not Sin that was watching that. Because look, here's the thing. I don't know why Sin would be coming to Dallas. I don't know why she would be coming to Dallas other than like maybe for like Worlds, if they ever had it back again in Arlington. But like I was a little bit disappointed on that front, but I was like, that's okay. But look, I will admit this. I've not seen the movie either. But what I saw of it, I was like, dang, those K-pop people, those K-pop fans, they got good production. Like, it was a really, really, like, vibrant and bright movie. It's very, very flashy, but for a good, but like in a good way, is what I'm trying to say. It looks really fun, actually. I'm also a shark and I live on land. To be fair, bitch, how dare you forget me? That is true. You do live on land. How else would you be able to stream? Also, you're one of the kids that I would hate because they all wanted was answers and not do work. Yeah, okay, that, like, once again, this was when I was in, like, 4th to, like, 6th grade. And then, like, come middle school, I was like, oh, dude, that was whack. And then I moved the goalpost a little bit to where I did a little bit of work. And then ultimately, when I got in high school, I was like, okay, that was really whack. And then I actually, did about 90% of the work. There was one time, and I know this has always happened to at least one person that's been in school. There was one project where it was for, I think it was like for Spanish. And mind you, I'm not really good at Spanish, but I had a project that was doing there with 2 other people, and I carried like 95% of the work, and the others did maybe less than 5% each. Well, obviously less than 5% each, but like the others did maybe 2% each. So I maybe did 96%, and they did 2 each to equate to 4. It was rough. It was really, really rough. But not as rough as Ruffy in the Riverside, am I right? It's available now, chat. It's available now. Look, here's the thing, Sid. I got this key from the devs. They do have review keys open, so if you do want to try out this game, I could literally send you the link for you to put in, like, your name for it, or put in your channel for it, because I love this game. I played this game as a demo back in God knows when. It was a Steam Next Fest demo, and I think that was like 2 Steam Next Fests ago that I played this demo, and I immediately enjoyed it just because from the start, whenever it had the hand-drawn visuals, I was like, okay, that's pretty cute. Like, I like that. I like hand-drawn visuals as much as the next guy. But then I played it, and just the overall gimmick of getting objects and then turning them into different objects, that was pretty cool to me. And that's why I ultimately was like, you know what? This is a whimsical little game. And also, at the end of the demo, they had a QR code that you could scan. And they said, please scan this QR code. And I scanned it, and I clicked it, like the link to open it up. And it said, thank you for playing our game. And it had Ruffy on it. And I said, now you're just going to make me cry. You just thanked me for playing your little silly game. Okay? That makes me happy. Yeah. And that's why I just immediately was like, this is going on the wish list. I want to play this game again. This game has so much charm. I love it. Also, chat. I could have gotten this on the Switch. I got it on PC, obviously, is what you're seeing right now. But look. I could have gotten it for the Switch. Okay? Hey. I know that's a little bit of a bombshell that I just decided to throw there for you guys. But it actually came. It actually came. Multiple cancellations later. And here it is. In my hands. Crazy. Finally, we can leave the farm again and do our job. Your job, yeah. What is your job? That's just like you bears again. I just realized, don't bears eat fish? You have no idea about water and rivers. You probably think they flow through the landscape. Yeah, well, I also didn't think about it. That's exactly why are here the water watchdogs. We are the water watchdogs. We take care of the water in the ponds, make sure that the water doesn't get dammed up anywhere, and we make sure the flow is right. So you're telling me that there's beavers? Yes, there are beavers that are around. The water watchdogs. Crazy bully sharks have appeared here recently. They're keeping us from doing our job. Okay, so I'm assuming Sin does not associate with the bully sharks. When it comes to water hygiene, you can't let amateurs do it, you know. Water hygiene is a crazy thought that I never thought I would have today. But you can free our outposts from those stupid bully sharks. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. We literally have said shark in chat. And we're just out here like, yeah, sharks stinky. That's actually crazy, Jabba. Or Jabu. Jabu. Jabba the Hutt. Outposts are not easy to spot. It's just they're rivers, aren't they? What's this old guy doing? What are you doing, buddy? I love town life, but the countryside is said to have the better parties. Okay. Bye. Oh! Shot! No! Guys, there was a coin opportunity. This is fake news. It made to make the Sharks look bad match. Real. The anti-shark propaganda right now is pretty crazy. You know? Next thing you know, there's gonna be anti-bee propaganda. They're gonna be like, the bees sting me. When that's not true. They only sting if they're agitated because, you know, like, that's a self-defense mechanism. Need me a game where sharks are the good guys? Oh my god, what? There's... No, I'm not... I was gonna say man-eater kind of is, because, like, you go on the town and, like, everyone wants to kill the shark, and then you're like, no, I'm gonna retaliate. Jaws really messed it up for sharks, really. Is it, like, the 50th anniversary of Jaws? Also, I thought I saw, like, maybe, like, an article or, like, a special that was on TV. And they're like, Jaws made us afraid of the water and everything. But yes, Jaws really messed up the whole perception, man. You know? No, I'm trying to think. Like, there's a game that I'm trying to think of where sharks may be friends. Another crab's treasure. But that, I mean, you're playing as a crab, though, in that. And there could be sharks, but I think there might be enemies. I'm trying to think. We're going to go on a little deep dive here. I swear there's a game. There's a game where video games with sharks. Best games with playable sharks. And the first thing that just immediately shows up is a shark getting harpooned. That's not what I'm looking for here. Pokemon. There you go, Sin. Pokemon. There you go. And then they have Jaws Unleashed. Hungry Shark Evolution, Hungry Shark World. That's what I was talking about. Was Maneater. Maneater was actually pretty fun. I did stream it like years and years ago. Best video games starring sharks. Jaws Unleashed, Maneater, Feeding Frenzy 2, Hungry Shark World. I forgot that's a Ubisoft game. Depth. G- I'm sorry, Grand Theft Auto 5? What? Yeah. Hey, why did you buy Grand Theft Auto 5? I bought it because there were sharks in it. Top 10 scary games with sharks to play. Maneater, Ark Survival Evolved, Resident Evil, HD, Raft, PlayStation VR Worlds, Shark Deathmatch 2. Okay, Sea of Thieves though, Sea of Thieves sharks are very scary, but they're really really fun to encounter because it amps up the environment. Okay, that's unfair. Okay, that's a shark against two water pistols. That's unfair. Stranded Deep. I love how Far Cry 3 is just thrown into it. List of shark games. Here we go. Here we go, guys. I know we're taking a little bit of a bit of a detour here, but look, Hungry Shark Evolution. Once again, Sharky Shark, Shark Escape, a shark named Steve, Shark Matching. Okay, Baby Shark Tic Tac Toe, popular species: great white shark, tiger shark, bull shark, Baby Shark Jigsaw, Jaws, the original Jaws for the NES, Hungry Shark VR. Okay, actually, no joke, no joke. Endless Ocean 2 Adventures of the Deep. This is a Wii game. And apparently it's supposed to be like a very zen-like game. Because you're just in scuba diver. And you're in the water. And it's made for the Nintendo Wii. And you can find whales and sharks. And you can go, wow, nature truly is amazing. I'm sorry, amazing. The Game Grumps played it. Wow. I mean, look at this. Look at that. That's water. That's the observation I've made today. Today is that is water. Press release 2010. Guys, are you ready for Endless Ocean 2 Adventures of the Deep for the Nintendo Wii? I'm ready. Nintendo eShop highlights. What do we have? Okay, so this is the European, or no, I'm sorry, this is the Great Britain website. I'm sorry, I just offended Lunatic, and I don't even know if like Luna might actually just be lurking right now, but like I didn't mean to like completely offend your whole entire nation. Okay, that was my fault. See, okay, let me talk about real quick. You forgot the Sydney shark, the Sydney shark, the lemon shark. So, chat, Switch 2, cool little console. Don't get me wrong. Like it's I like it. I like it. Okay. Here's where an issue kind of arises. Okay. I get it. This thing just released, right? There's not really that much on it. Okay. Look, I technically wanted it for Mario Kart. All right. And I get it. The game, this, like I said, console just released. But, like, chat, I've already played Cyberpunk multiple times, and I have it on Xbox and PC. And I don't know if I really want to buy it for Switch 2. Um, I would buy Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because like I haven't played the original or I haven't played Breath of the Wild, but I've heard great things about it. Split Fiction I think is on Game Pass, so I will be playing that with a friend. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour should have been a free thing on the Switch 2 itself, but they decided to charge $10 for it. And Fortnite. Fortnite is free though. So, shout out Fortnite. Sabrina Carpenter. That's all I have to really say. Back to Ruffy and the Riverside, everybody. I was doing a little windmill. Look, we haven't even gotten to main objective yet because I'm having a great time just exploring. Like, chat, a video game hates it to when TC Mitch finds out that you could explore and have a silly little time with it, okay? A video game hates it when a boy be exploring, okay? That's what I say. Bird. We're gonna make these pink flowers blue, but also pink. That's right, color theory, right? Is that, like, isn't that a thing that's taught in art, is color? Like, it's basically like the colors of the spectrum and like what colors work with other colors too. Iridium, if you're in chat, please, I need your art expertise. Or if Catlands is in chat, also needs your art expertise. Or any artist in chat, need your art expertise, please. I'm simply the guy that's in audio and video, so I don't know these things. Oh my god, can I go on the wall? Anyone, I said in chat. No, I'm saying Sin. I said anyone in chat. You do exist. You are in the arts, and I know you do art. Oh, I just accidentally plucked green. Okay. So, bam, bada bing, bada bam. And just like that, we have found. Yes! You're smarter than you look, buddy. Once again, just want to tell you, I had to make two things into stone. Or not into stone. I had to make two things into wood. And then I threw them at you. Ooh! Okay, see? Everything's out to get me. Oh, that's a banger. I was like, I agree. The music in this game is a banger. I agree. Wait a second. I need sand. Sand. Boom. Or I need stone. Where's stone? Stone. Where are you? Right here. Boom. Boom. Oh, no, that is not stone. That is stone, though. I just want to find the little toys. They're just hiding around. They're just being little scoops. Just having a good time, man. Hiding. Playing hide and seek. Alright. Where am I supposed to go once again? Ah, yes. I've ventured even further away. Is that a shark? I'm sorry. Look, it looked like there was an objective. See the bale dangling over the switch. If you make the bale a little heavier, it will press gently on the switch. Okay. So just make them wood. On to the next station. Where is the next station? Where are you trying to put me there? Back to explore, man. Lots. Might be over here. Oh, I see. Okay. At least I thought it was. Oh, I got my... The game didn't tell me I had a spring functionality. I just pressed the left bumper and... I feel like with something like this, I don't know what I will do here. Please tell me the solution. That's only 50. Top row 7-7, middle row 5-5-3-3. So 7-7-5-5-3-3. Okay. Oh, because it's ascending order. Seven, 5, 3. Highest to lowest. There we go. Mike cooked. Oh, shoot! Chat, I see you. You really gotta rack your brain for this. Yeah, let's go. Easy. Probably wasn't that easy, actually. Wait, no, get back in there. Okay, so I have to jump on that one because it's going backwards. Going up. I don't know what I get for getting that into this. Oh, wait a second. Alright, let's try this out. I think I got it. Plug up the hole of lava. Okay. I definitely did not expect the ice kind. The turbo tube? Okay. So I have to do something for that completely different. Okay. Gotcha. Interesting. It's just, I haven't even gotten to like main objective yet. I'm just out here just doing side quests once again. Okay. We go to objective because I feel like it's just time that I deserve to give chat the satisfaction of going to the objective. Proceeding. Let's see if we can look up here. Cheating. That's what I love, Mealy. Good to see you, by the way. How are you doing tonight? Oh shoot, that actually kind of tripped me up. That's literally the okay. So it's like a Looney Tunes like wily like coyote running into like the art on the wall kind of thing that loads you to the next world, or to the next world, like its perspective. It's going well. It's going very, very well. We're out here. We're just playing Ruffin in the Riverside. This was a demo that I played in Steam Next Fest, a couple of Steam Next Fests ago. And I loved it so much, I said, I need to go in for a key for this because I can't tell you how much I enjoy this game. It's truly something that me just playing it, like now playing it as the full version, and now that there's a bunch of stuff to do with it too, I'm just like, you could definitely tell these devs cooked. They knew what they were doing. They knew that they had something special on their hands. And it's the truth. Because, look, from time to time, I really like enjoying games that are just ones that are, like, straight up multiplayer. Like, I have to put my full thought into it. Like, yeah, I could put thought into this because, obviously, it is a game where, you know, there are puzzles and everything, but it's at my own pace. Like, I can take as long as I want to do a puzzle in this game, right? In a multiplayer game, you have to do the reaction time, right? And I've always told you guys that, where I, like, always do games, occasionally where it's just single player. Like, I don't have to worry about, you know, like, playing multiplayer or anything like that. It's just me, my own time, talking to you guys, you know, literally taking a pause and being like, guys, let's look up something real quick and talk about that, and then just going from there. It's great. It's really, really nice, honestly. And I say this, but the next 2 days, I'm going to be playing multiplayer games. I'm playing Delta Force, and I'm also going to be playing Overwatch 2. And then I will be taking the day off for a stream on Thursday. And then I'll be taking the day off of stream on Thursday because I do have work later that night. And then I will be playing, then I will be TBA on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because I haven't gotten my schedule yet for those days. Because I also do have some friends that do want me to come over. So if I'm not working on 4th of July, which I have a feeling I will be, but if I'm not, then I will be taking that day off. Pretty much. This is what's going to be happening. Well, good to hear you wrapped up work. Good to hear that you're over here. You're watching me. You know, you should have definitely, like, or not. Actually, no. You shouldn't have. Earlier, there was a puzzle that I had to do where I had to switch symbols. That was it. That's all it was. Super simple puzzle. There were like 3 different symbols or 4 different symbols that I had to switch on a 9 board, a 3x3. I plugged that specific puzzle about 3 or 4 times to the point where I think legitimately I spent about 5 to 10 minutes on that puzzle, which is probably not something I like to admit, but something that you guys have on like documented now. Like, you could use it against me at any given moment and be like, bitch, remember that one time in Ruffy where you did spend like 10 minutes on a puzzle? How did that go? And I'll be like, all right. Now, what do we have here with the marble? And what exactly is it doing? Because it seems that it's changing the form. Also, by the way, sorry if I'm a little bit like tired. I'm trying to recover because of the time difference. In Vegas, it was 2 hours behind, and here in Texas, now we're 2 hours ahead, basically. And so having the 2 hours behind, it was really, it definitely hit me, especially because there was one night where I was in the casino, and game got done at like 10:30, 10:45 or something like that. And then what happened is that I was with some other players, and I was also with my sister at the time for a little bit, but I was with other players. Didn't get back from the casino until 5 in the morning. And then I also had like 5 beers on top of that too, and that I felt awful when I woke up. I felt awful. Luckily, I didn't throw up or anything, but I cautionary tale: please do not have multiple drinks if you know for a fact that you are not going to stomach it. That is all I'm saying. The next day, I went to the casino again, and I had one. And then I had soda for the rest of the night. I said, I'm limiting myself at this point. I'm having one. And that is all. You know, just for the sake of me saying I did have it, right? But did I win big in Vegas? Guys, I have terrible news about that. No, I did not. Lost around $65 of my own money. $65 of my own money. To make matters even worse, I lost $200 of a friend's money. To be fair, though, said friend knew of the stakes, and he was totally fine with it. He was totally fine with it. Because I met a lot of like new players, because the whole team has a bunch of new players this year, and I met a lot of them, and I had a great time with them. I had a great time just being with them, because I was on field with them for 2 days, for 2 games straight. And honestly, at first I felt like it was kind of like a bring your son to work day kind of thing, but then ultimately I was like, wait a second, these guys are literally about the same age as me, or literally the same age as me. And I ultimately, like, I have no problem meshing with people or integrating with people. The issue is that I ultimately talk a big game, and anytime I'm with someone that I don't know, and I'm trying to get to know them, like, I will get to know them after a period of time. Like, that's just normal. That's just normal social, like, cues and everything. But for me, ultimately, like, I still, after like the 2 days, I feel like there's some times where I felt like I didn't put myself fully out there. Like, ultimately, which is my fault. But I mean, for the most part, I felt like I did put myself out there, at the very least a good amount, is what I'm saying. But yeah, to answer your question, Mealy, because I know ads were popping over on Twitch, I did, in fact, not win big in Vegas. I almost did. I did have a $5 bet down, and then I played slots, and I did win $20 out of it, but then I did put all $20 down on the slot to see if I can multiply that, and I did not. I bust completely. So, what can I do with the marble here? What can I do with it? What can I do? See that island over there? It's quite isolated. Nobody's disturbing my experience. And then also I played poker. It was Pai-Gow, which is 5-card poker, Japanese. And mind you, I was sitting next to some friends where they were throwing down hundreds, 200s, 300s, and I was throwing down maybe like $20 because I was just like, I'm not gonna win this. I call it the Snoop. With a bit of luck, the Snoop will show us more marbles. Alright. So stone that turns into ideas. How do we get over to the island? But guess what? We use the swap. Let's go. Use the swap. Use the swap. Wait, why did Ruffy say, I think it's forbidden that I'm going to be using the swap? I've literally been doing that. The past, like, the past hour and 35 minutes. Ruffy, you've been doing that. No. That is sand. need ice. Let's come back here. Didn't need that. Yeah, slots. I thought I was gonna win big with slots, but the other thing also with slots that happened was, guys, they didn't have my smite slots, and by smite slots I mean they had one for Zeus that I played, and I won like $70 off that, and then lost it immediately, and then another one, or like maybe I won like 70 or $80 on that, and then the other one that I played was, what was the other slots that I played that I like to call smite slots? I think it was just the Zeus one. This year they did have a Medusa one, and I did not play the Medusa one, even though I like playing Medusa in Smite 2. But I didn't play the Medusa one. Hey fans, I received your mail, but please stop now. I'm doing very well on my own. Musical greetings, William. Nice. Multi-swap. Oh, I see. Yeah, because... Okay. This was also in the demo. And I forgot that that is actually a thing. Because now, I'm going to throw this lava to break all that. Shows I kind of screwed myself there, because I was supposed to get that thing up there, and I completely sunk my means of getting up there. Good job, me. You did it. Winner of Dum Dum Award. Oh, please. I saw it was gonna reset too. There was a way I did this back in the game. Like back in the demo of the game, actually, is when I used to do this. I'm trying to think, though, what it was. There's something along the lines of... exactly how it was back in the demo for me. I actually just reverted back to, oh god, what was it? Months and months ago. I said, allow me to demonstrate. Oh man, timer still goes whenever you're also like in the middle of a cutscene. That's a little bit harsh, but I respect it. What's the riddle? Yes. I see towers on the wall, both big and both are tall. As far as I've been told, right one is twice as cold. Right one is twice as cold, so I'm assuming it's just gonna be 2, 2, 4, 2, 4. Check this out. I'm about to solve this. It's simple math, chat. That's all it is. ice, don't I? How far can I pull the ice, though? Apparently not that far. There's a very strict limit. And that's okay because I absolutely understand. Easy. I'm just getting better and better. I'm a roughy veteran, man. Oh, make that bush, make it red. Boom, got it. All right. Let's just see what else we can do here. If I can get to at least a main objective here, I think that'll be a good stopping point that I can do. Because I'm gonna go get a meal. We'll get that going. Yeah, that's main stopping point right there. Is whenever we successfully do so. We're just going some ice, and let me just zoom, zoom, zippity, dippity doo dah, zippity a. Look, this is the Snoop, a masterpiece of engineering that moles can construct. Sniff her about anything. All he needs is a picture of the target. He's ready to go. Or does he get a picture of the marble? We have to find the picture. All right, no problem. Simply climb up the plateau. Switch on the power station. Let's do it. Let's do it. It has to be his power station. So it's just, yeah, we just find the power station. Just get up there. Get that power station. Let's go. Oh. You give me points and I say yes. Probably a little bit of light platforming right now. So now that turns it into lava. Okay. But what I'm supposed to do here is make this into I should have done the multiple. I don't know why I didn't do multiple there. I had the whole decision just to bam. A lot of bounciness to the animation too. Ah! Damn. Look at that. Ah! Look at that, man. If I didn't play the demo of this, you would have thought I was an absolute, like, roughy veteran here. So, let's get simple. Let's walk it real quick. Boom. I've created the Aurora Borealis. Good lord, what is happening in there? maybe I would have been a little bit more surprised if it weren't that the stream that I did before this was the Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic, where while I was playing that game, you know, the Mimic. That was the enemy. So, okay. So you're telling me that you're just some entity that got banished, but you have a marble symbol, and the marble symbol is apparently a symbol that you've been hiding because you wanted us to find it, so then you would be out of the banishment of the mortal realm. Not what it is. I'm getting this correctly. Also, guys, can we please talk about something? This was something that I talked about in the Secret of the Mimic stream, but I want to fully talk about it once again, now that it is fully integrated and initialized. Well, what is up with the circular buttons over on Twitch? I'm still, like, it's not terrible. I think it looks fine. I actually, I kind of prefer it a little bit, but I'm just, like, confused. Yeah, it's circular. They're in fact circular buttons. Like the chat button circular. Things like that. So you're just getting all the marbles. That's not even a, oh, okay, I was like, that's not even a marble. That's a hay bale. UX designers love rounded corners. That's about it. Okay. Is that why iOS 26 has the whole, like, the whole liquid glass? Circular. Right, do something. He's absorbing the marbles. No. No. Game thought that the sharks were the mightiest enemy, but now we literally have a cube that is just wrecking havoc. No, go back inside, please. Okay. By all good goofers. Roll. Roll. Alright, well. We gotta save the marbles, don't we? That's what we have to do. We gotta go back. We gotta make it happen. Let's go back to the pond. Let's save here. Oh my god. That got me, chat. That actually blindsided me. I didn't expect that. I'm sorry. That's the plot twist. Oh my god. You might be on it. You might be onto this. We're gonna find some ice real quick. Where is the ice? How do I get back over? Is it possible? How to get it? It's like, yes. just because I knew what I needed to do with the water deck. You think you can hit this? Yes. Get me out the boat. Can't do. Here we go. Okay, like doing the sand isn't a bad idea, but it's still just like I'm still gonna sink. I don't know how to actually get back. Really was that easy. Holy peak, this game is. Answer right in front of me, and then I just didn't know it. Stop! Please! Don't do your silly little animation. No! No, I was right over there, man. Kiwi chili soda. I'll try it. Ah.
Oh. Oh. What?
Are we going to talk to the big turtle? Yes, the fountain of wisdom. No, wait. No, here's the thing. I know you're telling me to follow you and everything, but check this out.
Whoa. Huh?
Easy.
Wahoo!
I would die for the little e-toys or whatever they're called. I know the game was telling me that I couldn't do that, really. It said, no, you gotta go back. You gotta do the other thing, man. That's what you're trying to do. You just try to complete switch number 7, and you're out here completing switch number... What is it? Yeah. Switch number 7, and mind you, you haven't even completed 1. Okay, I'm gonna dash. Patrick. All of that. Oh, it's like I take like damage because of that. That's not possible. That is not possible at all. All right. Chat, I think this is where I am probably going to. Chat, you can make textures in this game. Oh, oh, that's big. I'm sorry. I found that. The bee sounds like a giggly baby. Yeah. Chat, here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna save here. We're gonna go back to the title screen here for Ruffin the Riverside, because I've hit a point to where I think I should go get dinner. So, chat, this is where I am in fact going to end it here. However, we'll say this will not be the only time we see Ruffin the Riverside here this week, or not this week, but really just the only time that we will see Ruffin the Riverside on the stream. Listen to the music, chat. I mean, come on. I already had like high hopes because of this game, just because of how much fun and how much joy I had whenever I spun it on the wheel doing that demo. And playing the full release is no exception. It is exactly what I expected, and then some. Here, with the full game release and everything like that, I love it. It's super duper unique. It's got a great vibe behind it, and honestly, it's something that you should absolutely put in your radar if you are a fan of, like, you know, little just adventure games, and a little bit. I guess you could say it's a little bit of platforming, but lots of puzzle working with. If you're a puzzle fan, definitely would not. Like, I definitely would not let this one pass you by if that were the case. That's for sure. But with that being said, though, chat, that is going to be it for the stream here today on the TC channels. If you did enjoy, make sure to follow or subscribe, depending on what platform you guys are in fact watching on, so you guys can stay up to date on when I go live on this very platform. Or on these very platforms. Do know that tomorrow I will be live with some Delta Force. Delta Force has, in fact, they're teasing a new update that is going to be coming out for the game. And because of that, I wanted to check it out. I think I actually also have it installed on my computer. I think I have it installed on here. I do have it installed on here. Yes. Yeah. And also they have something coming up for content creators, which I am going to, I will definitely have to see what that is so that I can, in fact, get myself into that. Like I can, you know, deal myself in, and that will be what the plan is for here tonight, or for tomorrow. That is, I'm sorry, for tomorrow. But as of right now, do know that if you are watching over on Twitch, we are in fact going to be raiding into someone. So stick around if you are watching over on YouTube or Kick, though. On the other hand, do know that we are going to just be ending it right here, right now. So once again, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop a follow or a sub, and that way you guys can stay up to date. So with that being said, though, I will see you all tomorrow. If not tomorrow, whenever it may be next time. Peace out. Stay safe. Have a great rest of your day.